Welcome back to the Wise Mindset Guy podcast, the podcast where we break down money, finance, and wealth building in a way that doesn't make your brain hurt. I'm Nat Plastino, your host, and the guy who once thought a savings account was all I needed to get rich. Spoiler alert, it's not. Today, we're talking about something super important, how to make your money work for you. Because, let's be real, you work hard for your money. Shouldn't it actually return the favor? So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's dive in. Let's start off with the basics. All right, so what does it mean to make your money work for you? It's not about getting your paycheck and spending it all on Mexican food, although that does sound a little tempting. It means putting your money in places where it grows on its own without you having to constantly grind for it. We're talking about investing, saving intelligently, and making financial moves that build wealth over time. Imagine planting a tiny money tree today and watching it grow into a financial forest. That's really the goal. And before you say, but I don't have enough money to invest, don't worry. You don't need a mountain of cash to start. You just need a little strategy and some smart habits. Now let's talk about one of the greatest money hacks in existence: compound interest. Sounds fancy, right? But here's the easy version. Now imagine you have $100 and you invest it. That money earns interest, let's say 10% a year. So after 1 year, you've got $110. Now in year two, instead of just earning 10% on the original $100, you're earning it on the full 110. That keeps happening year after year. And before you know it, the money is multiplying like rabbits. Albert Einstein supposedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And honestly, I agree. So the key takeaway: the earlier you start investing, the better. Even if you can only put away a little, time is your best friend. Okay, so now that we know why we should invest, let's talk about where to put your money so it can grow. Please be advised that dealing with finances, you should always consult a good financial advisor. These examples are really just suggestions and do not work for everyone. The key is finding what suits you in your lifestyle. Now we'll start with the classic choice. The classic choice: stock market. My personal favorite, in which I can say from the stock market over the years I've been investing in it, put me into a position where I can live very comfortably. Now, investing in stocks basically means you own a tiny piece of a company. If the company does well, your stock's value goes up. If it flops, well, let's just say that's why diversification is important. Not sure where to start? Look into index funds. These are like a giant basket of stocks, so you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Plus, they tend to perform well over time. The other investment, of course, is real estate. The OG investment. You ever heard of the phrase, buy land, they're not making more of it? Real estate can be a great way to build wealth, whether you're through renting out properties or simply holding onto land that increases in value. But it does require a bigger initial investment. It's not really for people who are smaller investors. Now, the big thing now is really, really making rage is side hustles and kind of passive income, the fun stuff. Maybe you're great at photography, writing or designing cool t-shirts. Creating a side hustle that generates passive income is another way to make money while you sleep, literally. And then, of course, there's high yield savings accounts and bonds, the safe route. If investing in stocks makes you kind of nervous, you can still grow your money in a safer way. High yield savings accounts give you more interest than regular ones, and bonds are basically like loans you give to the government or companies, and they pay you back in interest. Now, the most important part is your mindset. I know, money talk can sometimes feel overwhelming, but one of the biggest parts of making your money work for you is having the right mindset. Think long term. Wealth building isn't an overnight thing. It's about patience and consistency. You budget like a boss. You don't need to give up your favorite coffee, But tracking where your money goes helps you free up cash for investments. Keep learning. Read books. Listen to podcasts like this one. And stay curious. By reading books and keep learning, like especially when you're reading books about finances, you learn about the people who actually made great amounts of money, and you're actually able to do replicate what they do. Because if you don't have a good financial mind, you don't know much about finances, which a lot of people don't, asking someone who does can get you in the right direction. Remember, you don't need to be a millionaire to start. Every small step you take today will make a huge difference in the future. Now, in closing thoughts, all right, my financial savvy friends, that's a wrap on today's episode. It's a quick one, but let's do a quick recap. Making your money work for you means investing and growing your wealth over time. Compound interest is a magical thing. Start as early as you can. Stocks, real estate, side hustles, and savings accounts are all great ways to grow your money. Your mindset matters. Stay patient, stay consistent, and keep learning. I hope this episode gave you the motivation to start making moves with your money. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who needs a little financial glow up. Catch you next time on the Wise Mindset Guy podcast, where we turn money and confusion into confidence and, of course, other topics, of course. Until then, keep your dollars working hard for you. Catch you next time.